Son, remember how we always talked about honesty and integrity?
Yeah, Mom, you always said those were the most important values.
Exactly. Now let's see what's on the news today.
Back in the 80s, we Gen Xers were raised on strong morals. Our parents, the boomers, taught us to tell the truth, never cheat, and to treat others how we wanted to be treated. And regardless of whether we went to church or not, those Christian values were instilled in us. Honesty, integrity, and responsibility. Now let's turn our attention to the present. Mark Carney, often dubbed the unelected PM, has had a controversial start, especially in his dealings with transparency. But now, here we are, decades later, and the moral compass seems to have gone off course. Enter Mark Carney, the liberal globalist, the unelected Prime Minister of Canada, stepping in after Justin Trudeau's departure. A man whose first 10 days in office have been a whirlwind of lies, secrecy, deficit spending, and globalist agendas. And let's not forget his temper when reporters ask simple questions. In fact, even Liz Truss, the former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, has warned Canada. Carney's policies, she says, are the very reason England is facing its worst economic crisis in history. Under his leadership as Governor of the Bank of England, the UK is now teetering on the brink of bankruptcy. Can we afford to follow the same path?
What's bothering you, son? You've been quiet all morning.
Mom, I don't get it. How can you support Mark Carney? He's only been in power for 10 days and already he's been caught in multiple lies. He won't even disclose his personal assets. We know he wants to change our path in a risky way. He's been caught lying multiple times. He's two-faced in what he says and what he invests in. And now he can't even give a straight answer to reporters without losing his cool. Wait until the black lung questions come at him.
Well, son, it's not just about the lies. Everyone lies in politics. What matters is getting things done. Carney knows what he's doing. He's been at the top of the financial world. He's got experience running economies, and that's what we need right now.
Experience? Sure. England is economically unfeasible. Is that what you want? Look at his track record. Not to mention the globalist agenda he'll take us down. For their plan, they need Ukraine at war. His cabinet's filled with people who've been involved in scandals. We Charity, SNC Lavalin, the SDTC Green Slush Fund, the Two Randys scandal. How do you just ignore all of that?
Son, things are different now. The world's changed. It's not as simple as it used to be. We need someone who can handle the complexities of the global stage. Carney's not perfect, but maybe we need to put personal feelings aside for the greater good.
The greater good? Wow, what has happened to you? By supporting a man who can't even handle a simple press conference without losing his cool? And you're okay with the fact that his entire cabinet has been involved in multiple scandals? How does that align with the values you raised me on, Mom?
I don't know, son. It's just that things are so complicated now. Maybe I'm just scared. Scared of the future and the uncertainty we're facing. Maybe we don't have the luxury of sticking to old principles anymore.
Scared? Scared of what, Mom? You taught me that we don't compromise our morals just because things get tough. You always said we stand for what's right, even when it's hard. So why now? Why Carney? Why are you ignoring all the lies, the temper, the scandals?
I don't know, son. Maybe I'm just afraid of what happens if we don't go along with him so fast, and maybe we just have to accept that things aren't as black and white as they once were.
No, Mom, that's the problem. They create a problem with the USA to distract people, and unbelievably, it's working. We can't just give up on what's right because it's easier and then focus on their distraction. We can't ignore the truth because we're scared. The moment we stop holding our leaders accountable is the moment we lose everything we stand for.
So, here we are. A generation raised on morals and principles, now watching as those very values are being eroded by the very boomers that instilled those values. Common sense. Then there's Mark Carney, a man whose lies, temper, and globalist agenda challenge everything we once believed in. And, what's more disturbing, some are willing to accept it, turning a blind eye to the truth. But how long can we ignore the lies before it all falls apart? Even Liz Truss, the former Prime Minister of England, has warned us Carney's policies led England to the brink of bankruptcy. Can we afford to follow the same disastrous path? Dare I say, nope.